Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be unboxing and putting together a couple of rattan stools available from Aldi on a special buy. People have been going absolutely crazy for these stools, but when you look at the reviews online, there's a couple on there that say they're a bit difficult to put together. Well, I needed some new rattan stools, so I thought why not pop down, buy a couple, and I can do a video unboxing them and putting them together to show you how it should be done, or to show you how I do it anyway. Right, let's open the box and see what we've got. There you go, add-on stool pack. Got a cushion in a nice bag. They're a good colour actually. Bit different to the colour we've got, but you've either got to get something that matches exactly, haven't you, or something contrasting. So they're contrasting. Put the plastic to one side. Right, 1, 2. They must be the tops then. Seven. There we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these sides. I'll get those out of there. Hopefully some nuts and bolts. Oh, here they are. Thank goodness for that. And then, looking at the packet, we've just got some little bolts with an Allen key fitting and some washers, and I suppose that's all there is to it. I'll pick this up and hopefully there's some instructions inside. It should be as simple as putting together a cube, but we will see. Right, so I had a quick flick through the instructions. I put all my little bolts and washers and the Allen key in a tub so I don't drop them in the lawn and ruin my mower. And I've sorted these panels out into 2 piles. You've got 2 big squares, or near enough squares. They're the actual pads that go on the top. They've got a bit of a cross brace on there as well, so when you sit down you don't go straight through. And then we've got 4 panels here. We've got 2 smaller panels and they just slot into the, well, bolt into the outside panels, and these 2 bigger panels that run down the edges have got feet on, so you know that they go at the bottom, so the feet go on the bottom to hold it up off the floor. You've got some holes in the top to screw the big square on the top, and then these just fit on either side. Now there's no feet on these, so they can go any way up. I've measured those holes and they're the same distance apart, so it doesn't really matter. So as long as you get 2 of these and 2 of these and put them with the feet on the floor, you should be on to a winner. Right, I'll have a quick look at what we can do. We'll get one of these first. I think it's easier to just stand them up like this and try and drop the bolt through. So what you do, you grab yourself a bolt, one of these, grab yourself a washer, one of these, pop them on, put that on the top, slot that through. Now the good thing about these is when you're putting them together, there's little slots through where the top of the bolt goes. So because there's little slots in there, it allows you to move these panels backwards and forwards slightly so you can line them up. Now it'd be better to line them up with the top of the panel than it will at the bottom, because if you line it up at the top, you're going to get a nice firm base for this to sit on and you shouldn't get any movement. I'll just pop this next one in just so it'll hold up. Once this is held up, I can show you what I mean by the slots. So do these in, there's no need to go too tight with them, just finger tight will do. for now. If you ever see any of my workshop videos, we put everything in finger tight first, then we match it all up, and then you tighten it all. And then that way, you always get it where it should be. Right, so that's that panel to that panel. And as you can see, you should be able to move this. Even tightened up with my fingers, they're a bit tight. So, even like that, we've got a little bit of movement. Move that up and down. So it's those little slots in there, look. And the slots allow you to move these backwards and forwards slightly. So these moving backwards and forwards slightly, we can just line them up. Again, by eye, just do it finger tight, and they're in. And that'll just line up there on that side. And we know that's pretty much in line. Now we get the second panel. I presume the hardest panel will be the third when we're trying to go across the top. But the second panel then, we'll put this on here. Over at this side again, another small panel. No feet on this, all the way around. So just put it in, finger tight. Need a bolt, need a washer, pop that on. The washer is to stop you pulling the bolt into the hole. When you tighten it up, it spreads the load. If you don't put the washer on, you can pull that in and bend the metal, and you won't get a very good fit on there. So that's why we use washers. So that's that one. Now all of these are the same size as far as I can tell. I did have a quick look, because nothing worse is that I'm getting halfway through something and realising you've put the wrong ones in. But they're all the same size. So you ain't got to worry about that bit. The thread on that one's a bit tight, so I'll just use the Allen key provided. Now if you've got a screwdriver with these Torx bits on, or the Allen key bits on, that would be great to use, but I wouldn't suggest using an impact driver. I think they're just a bit too aggressive for these, and when you put them through, you like to strip the threads. And because they're captive nuts the other side, and by captive nuts I mean that they're welded in, so the nuts welded into there. So if you strip the thread on that, it's pretty much useless to you. You can't do anything with it. So you want to be gentle really, and just tighten these up. That's that one. Now for the tricky panel. Oh, there you go. Make sure the feet are at the bottom as well. I've got the feet on the bottom pointing towards me on the bottom panel. So I've got to make sure I've got the same on this panel. I knew this would be tricky. I'll have to lie down and get underneath it. Once you've got one in, it should be easier, and then you put two in and work diagonally, and then it works. Let's have a quick look. That one's tricky. I'm not sure if it's in. Might be. I've got a bit of something on it anyway. Right, then we move over to this one. Now with the last panel, we always work diagonally. And we work diagonally because we could screw this in and it not quite match up on this side. So if we screw one in that side, one in this side, we know then that we can pull the others through. And again, they're all finger tight. So we've got a bit of movement in there. And once we've got them all connected up, we can tighten all the nuts and bolts up then, and it should be really solid. There you go, that one was a lot easier. First one's always the trickiest, and then once you've done that, as soon as the second one lines up, the third one should go in, no problem. Yep, we've got the third one in, and then the fourth one, and hopefully everything lines up. There you go, we've got our frame. Now you can see there's plenty of movement in that frame all the way around, and I think what I'll do before I tighten it all up properly, I'm going to put this top on. We'll put the top on like this and just make sure, well, that was the wrong way round for starters. We'll make sure that these holes line up with these holes. So we'll put the top on like so, and then once we've put the top on, we can tighten the top up. Again, we'll work diagonally, tighten the top up, and once that's tight, we can flip it over and we can tighten all the internal ones up, and everything should be plumb and square. So I'll turn this over, put that on the floor, drop that on top. Now you haven't got to work on the grass, I'm only doing this out here because it's such a nice day. Normally I'm in my workshop, got this on the bench, I won't be rolling around, but I'm looking forward to it because as soon as I've finished, I'm going to be sat on one of these having a nice cold beer with a bit of luck. So time is of the essence. That's it, one and a washer in there. Then we'll work diagonally. And we'll put one and a washer in here. Just got to jig this over a little bit to tighten it up. That's perfect. One for this side. And one for this side. And thank goodness they're all in line. So I'm happy with that. Right, so that's all together, look, it's one piece, but it's still a bit wobbly and a bit rickety. So we'll get the Allen key and we'll just go round and tighten everything up. I'll put it the right way up and make sure that these feet, look, are all on the bottom and pretty much where they should be, but you can adjust them in and out slightly. So if you've got a slightly uneven patio or wherever you're going to put them, you can adjust these accordingly and level it up a bit. But if we get them level to start with, we've got a good point to work from. I'll tighten these up now. Right. So there we go then. There's a bit of twisting with that little Allen key. Goodness me, it's a tiny thing. But it's all done, it's all tight, it's all there, as you can see, solid cube. Now, all we've got to do, pop the cushion on. This way round will do. There's no zip on there, so you can't take the covers off. I think that's it. Pop that on the top, walk round here, sit on it, oh, and hopefully I can now have a cold beer. What? I've got to put the other one together. Oh no. Right, I better crack on with this then. So that's all done and dusted then. Right, with the second one, I tried to do it a different way. I put the top bit on the floor first and tried to build it up round there. That was a mistake. It was so fiddly. You're best off just putting corner to corner, get that done, then put the pad on top and line it all up. It's far the easiest way to do it. Don't do it the second way. So that's good. Right, they're both there and done. I'm going to grab myself a cold beer. So there we go, a nice cold bud. Sat down on a comfy chair and it's all right actually. It's quite comfortable. It even holds me, you know, I'm best part of 100 kgs or 17 stone and I can fit on here no problem. I'll crack this open. Oh, that's more than welcome. Thanks for watching the video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, found it informative, maybe even entertaining. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, then click onto the channel, have a look through, subscribe, give me the thumbs up. If you've got anything nice to say, you can put it in the comments section below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.